friends, in today's video I will be talking about emails. So email in PTE Core, basically this is your writing task 2. Writing task 2, writing an email, and you will be getting 2 to 3 questions. Some students might be getting 2 emails in their final exams and some students get 3 emails. Okay, and if I'll talk about the time that you will be getting for these emails, so you'll be getting 9 minutes for each email. 9 minutes for each means you'll get one email, then you'll get 9 minutes. Now it is up to you whether you utilize full 9 minutes or you finish it a little early. Let's say first email you finish in 7 minutes, 2 minutes are still pending, but as soon as you click on the next question you will be getting another email and another 9 minutes. Okay, so there is no benefit of finishing your email earlier. It's better you use full 9 minutes, type it nicely, check your spelling mistakes, check if you have missed anything. So it's better, utilize all the 9 minutes. Now if I'll talk about the word limit for this email, you should write between 50 to 120 words. Generally, if you read the question, it says that you should write around 100 words. So 100 words, they just have given an average, but if you just go to the PTE official site and explore further, you'll see that they have mentioned if you are writing more than 50 words, so software will not deduct your score for that, and the same is maximum 120 words. Since your writing is checked by AI, so make sure you must not write more than 120 words. If you are writing more than 120, means like let's say you have written 121, automatically software like this AI will deduct your score. So make sure you stick to the word limit. Now I'll talk about the types of emails. Basically there are 3 types of email. The first is formal email, semi-formal email and informal email. You will be getting any email out of these 3 types, and I'll be talking about all these different emails in detail in today's video. So make sure you watch the video till the end. Now this one we have formal email. That is the first type of email, the formal one, or in other words I would say this is an official email. Okay, so once you get an email in which you need to write to local council, you are writing to the editor of newspaper or magazine, you are writing to the manager of a restaurant, manager of a shopping mall, or manager of a bank, so that also falls in category of formal email. Then when you're writing to shopping mall, again the manager of a shopping mall, director of studies means principal of school, college, university, or any picnic or any event organizer. Okay, so all these email come in category of formal emails. And how you should start writing it? You must start writing this email with dear. Do not start writing with respected or to the manager. To the manager or dear manager are not acceptable forms of starting an email. So you'll better write dear manager, you'll better write dear editor, or if you do not know to whom you are writing, right, you don't know whether you are writing to the manager or someone else, the question says writing an email to the bank, write an email to the company. So in these situations you should start writing with to whom it may concern. Okay, another thing is that you might see that somebody has written dear sir or ma'am. So I must say that writing dear sir or ma'am is not wrong, but it's better, right, you write dear manager or dear editor, because this PTE Core is an exam which is specific to Canada, and in Canada we don't have the culture of calling by sir or ma'am to somebody. Over there people generally call them by their name or by the designation. And now the next thing is that once you write dear manager, put a comma, then you have to enter twice. Okay, enter twice, so it shows that you have changed the paragraph. Start writing with your name. My name is this one, any name you can write. Then the next sentence, I'm writing this email to express my concern regarding. So here in this paragraph you just have to write the purpose of email. When you read the question, make sure your purpose is very much clear and you explain the purpose of the email. Then again you have to enter twice and make these 3 small paragraphs. Firstly, you have to answer first bullet point also here you need to explain second bullet point. Finally, here you have to explain third bullet point. So whenever you read a question, you will realize that in all these questions you are always given 3 bullet point, or generally they say 3 themes. So you should answer all 3 themes in separate paragraph. Don't answer everything together, all in different paragraph, and then with just 1 or 2 sentences are more than enough. Do not write more than 1 sentence, or basically I would say that you just have to answer these 3 questions, nothing else. Then your closing line, looking forward to hearing from you soon, or accordingly you can change this sentence. In the same video, in the end, I have explained different kind of opening and closing lines that you can use in different situations. Then in the end you would say like kind regards or yours faithfully, whatever you like you can write, and again you should be writing your name. Okay, so this is the structure of your formal email, that you start writing with dear manager, dear editor, or to whom it may concern. Total you'll be making 5 paragraphs, but all these 5 paragraphs are very small. Just the first paragraph, purpose of email, in 2 sentences, firstly, first bullet point also, and finally. These 3 again should contain 1 or 2 sentences, not more than that. The last is a closing phrase, and then your name and this. Okay, now we'll talk about semi-formal email. This is the semi-formal email. Semi-formal email is when you know the person, but the person is not very close to you. Okay, so in these situations this email come in semi-formal, or in other words I would say when name of the person is given in the question. Okay, so in these kind of situation that comes in semi-formal category. So for example, you know the person, like landlord, you know your landlord, right? But then the person or your landlord is not very close to you, that you keep sitting and talking for longer time. Then your teacher, your neighbor, your classmates, your colleagues, your doctor, boss. So these are the people to whom you know. So all these fall in category of semi-formal email. Okay, and how do we start it? We'll start with dear again, dear Mr. and then name, like dear Mr. Wilson, dear Mrs. Smith, any name you can write, but make sure if they have given some name in the question, generally they give a name in PTE Core email. So make sure you check the name. If they have given a name, you must write the same name, otherwise you can write any name from your own. And then in between the body paragraph, everything should be same as formal email, and in the end you should write yours sincerely or regards and your name. So here once I say same as formal email means the same these 5 paragraphs you should start with, like this purpose of email, first bullet point, second bullet point, third bullet point, and closing. And make sure you give proper connectors like firstly, also, and finally. Okay, so here these connectors are the most important thing. So this is your semi-formal email. The third type of email we have is your informal email. Informal email when you write to friends or family. Okay, so friends and family might be like you are writing to your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, anybody. So that is informal email. So how you'll start? You'll say hi Sophia, hi dad, hi bro, or otherwise dear William. This is how you should start. Writing hi is better than dear, otherwise writing dear William is also correct. Then since you are writing to someone in your friend and family, it is necessary to give greetings. So you'll say that I hope this email finds you in the best of health and spirits. It means you are perfectly fine. And then other than that everything should be same. The body paragraph, like here you need to write the purpose also, then you should be making same 3 body paragraph, like here we have made, right? The body paragraph, firstly, also, and finally. So these same firstly and all here you have to write. Then the closing phrase, I hope to hear from you soon, pass on my regards to your family. Then in the end you would say love or best wishes, and then your name. Only first name is enough here. Okay, so this is about informal email. Now we'll talk about opening lines for different situations. As per the situation, the opening lines that you should remember. The first is, I'm writing this email to express my dissatisfaction with. So dissatisfaction means you are not satisfied from the services. It means basically when you are writing an email to complain for something. So to complain means dissatisfaction. Then I'm writing to draw your attention towards. So draw your attention. Let's say something is happening in your city, in your neighborhood, and you are writing this email to local council to let them know or to inform. So if you are going to inform somebody, so you'll better say to draw your attention towards. Next is, you have seen an advertisement, let's say in the newspaper, for a job opening or something. So how would you write? I'm writing this email in response to the advertisement which was published in Calgary Herald. So you'll give the name of the newspaper and then in response to the advertisement, might be in response to the email or whatever you have seen. Another thing is, I'm writing this email to suggest about. So if you think you're supposed to give suggestions, so you'll say to suggest about. Then I'm writing this email to request information. If you need some information from someone, so you'll say request information. And then if you want to say sorry, saying sorry or apology is, this email is to let you know how apologetic I was for not able to. Apologetic is I'm feeling sorry. So you'll write it further. Then the last is, I'm writing this email to extend my invitation to you. So to extend my invitation, basically to invite you. So invite you for the birthday party of my son, to invite you for the promotion party, or for any party. If you are going to give any invitation, you should have this. So these are the different purposes for which you should be writing an email, and I have mentioned opening line for each and every type of email. So make sure you write it down nicely and then you try to learn and start using. Now we'll talk about the closing line for different situations. So the first is, I would be grateful if you would give this matter your immediate attention. Okay, now you bring something to their notice and you need them to do something. So grateful is like thankful. Thank you for your attention to this request. So it is for if you are making a request, so you can write this as a closing line. Then for saying sorry, please accept my apologies once again, like I'm sorry again. Then here is, should you need any further information, please do not hesitate to contact me. So if you are providing some information, so at that time you would say that if you need any more information, you can contact me. Then I look forward to receiving your reply. Okay, so this is for this advertisement, when you're replying to some advertisement or something, so you are expecting a reply, so you'll write like this, receiving your reply. Then the last one is when you're giving some suggestion. So thank you for considering this proposal, or thank you for considering this suggestion. I'm confident it will yield positive outcomes for everyone involved. So this proposal, these suggestions also can be there. Okay, and it will bring positive outcomes. Outcome means results for everyone involved. Okay, so this is all about PTE Core writing email. So this writing email is, as we discussed, it is your writing task 2, and you have to write it nicely. Not like nothing else will help you in that, because the word limit is very less. So make sure you become very specific about it, give the important information, and you learn this opening and closing line nicely, and then you are good to go to get CLB 9 or CLB 10 in your writing. So I hope this information will help you. If you still need any more information, if you have any doubt, don't forget to write there in the comment section. Okay, so just keep studying. All the best.